Well, hey there. Happy Sunday evening. Welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our very best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific time. We have a challenging and hopefully fun show for you tonight with three fresh new categories, all rolled up into one unique game show. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and you all make your guesses as we will first be counting down the top 20 Ridley Scott directed movies by request. Then test your TV knowledge with the top 20 TV game shows of all time. That should be probably the most challenging round tonight. And finally, we will learn all about the top 20 war movies of all time. So that should be fun too. And if you do stick around, we will have a bonus round available if there's any of those hardcore enthusiasts still among us. Now, please do check in the chat. Say hello. Feel free to comment. I see some people checking in already, so that's cool. If I see some questions coming in, I'll do my best to address those as we go. Hey, how you guys doing tonight? I see King's here. I see Arena's here. I know Stuart's somewhere in the house. Saw a comment earlier. So anyway, we'll get it going. Let's fire up those robots and load our first video file. And we'll get it going. Give me a sec. Okay, you know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I do give some clues along the way. We're going to be doing the top 20 Ridley Scott directed movies. Now, these might start a little hard because remember, we're counting down. So this is the number 20 Ridley Scott movie. So it might be a little bit obscure. This neo-noir film blends crime, romance, and suspense in late 1980s New York setting. It features a cop caught between duty and desire as he protects a wealthy witness. The film stars Tom Berenger and Mimi Rogers in a high-stakes love triangle. Now, unlike Scott's usual blockbusters, this one has an intimate, moody atmosphere. Its title comes from a famous jazz standard by George Gershwin. All right, now I knew this would be tough. Hey, Stuart. Hey, anybody know which one this one is? Now remember, this is number 20, so the first few are going to be a little hard because of the more obscure movies. But this is Mr. Ridley Scott. Anybody know? Anybody got a guess at this one? Neo-noir film. Going once, going twice. This one is Someone to Watch Over Me. Someone to Watch Over Me. Does that sound familiar at all? 1987. 1987. All right, I knew that was tough. This was one of Ridley Scott's few ventures into romantic thriller genre. Now, also obscure, a rare romantic comedy in the filmography of a director known for sci-fi and action. Well, we know who that is. It's about a workaholic London banker who unexpectedly inherits a vineyard out of the blue. I've got a vineyard. The story is set in the breathtaking countryside of Provence, France. Anybody remember this one? Russell Crowe stars in the film, reuniting with Scott after a major historical epic. Anybody know? Yeah, these first few are hard because they're the more obscure of Ridley Scott's films, right? We get down to number 20. It's based on a novel by Peter Mayo. Yeah, so almost. You got the idea, King. King has the idea. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see everybody in the house tonight. Let's see. Ridley Scott, who directed the film, actually owns a vineyard in Provence. So really close, King. We would have to give it to you, I guess. It's called A Good Year. A Good Year. 2006. Sorry to be precise. All right, next up, number 18. This crime drama unravels betrayal, power, and murder within a fashion empire. The film explores the downfall of one of Italy's most famous luxury brands. Doctors in the house. We're down to number 18. Lady Gaga plays a central role, delivering a heavily accented performance. The story revolves around the assassination of Maurizio Gucci. This is Gucci. Father, son, and House of Gucci became an instantly meme-worthy line. Yeah. Okay, you guys all got it. House, except Doctor didn't get it. Wrong family. Wrong family. But that's okay. Yeah, House of Gucci is the correct answer. 2021. The real Gucci family was not happy with this film's portrayal of their history. Oh well. Shit happens. All right, we're on to number 17 next. Good to see everybody in the house. Let's play some robot speed painting. Quick Bite History Lab. This film is based on a tragic real-life sailing expedition. It follows a group of teenage boys learning discipline and teamwork at sea. A catastrophic storm sets their survival skills in the open ocean. Tests their survival skills. Jeff Bridges plays the tough but fair captain of the ship. Not like a pirate. Jeff Bridges was fair. The film's title refers to a rare and sudden type of maritime storm. Anybody remember this? Kind of a cool movie. You kind of know what's going to happen, right? You already know what's going to happen. Anybody know this? Going once. The film's true story inspired the motto, "Where we go one, we go all." We go all. Cyclone. I like that answer, but a wrong answer. It's another type of storm. 1996 is the year of this movie, in case that helps. Anybody know? You'll kick yourself. White Squall. White Squall, of course. Yeah. All right, I told you these first few would be tough. Number 16. Start getting easier. A gritty crime thriller blending American and Japanese culture. It follows two New York PD officers caught in a deadly Yakuza underworld. The protagonist, played by Michael Douglas, I have a Michael Douglas story too, if we ever get to that, is a tough cop with a troubled past. I like to slip in my personal stories. The film was shot in Japan, giving it a strikingly neon-lit aesthetic. Yeah, you got it. Stuart knows. Hans Zimmer's score added to the film's stylish, action-packed feel. King's got it too. Okay, everybody's getting this one. I knew they'd start getting easier. Many real Yakuza members reportedly attended screenings in Japan. And yes, you do have it. It is Black Rain. Black Rain, 1989. Anyway, once on the island of Lanai, which I told you about, that's where the one that Larry Ellison owns currently. I went to this resort hotel and I played golf, lots of golf. And I played golf right behind, all day long, Michael Douglas. And he was playing with that sports agent guy. Anyway, interesting. And then I sat with him at lunch on the deck of the clubhouse, just me and my ex-wife and him and the agent. That was it. That's my Michael Douglas story. He's pretty short. He didn't hit it very far. All right, next up. A biblical epic about one of the history's most famous prophets. The film features grand-scale battle scenes and massive plagues. Christian Bale plays a leader who challenges an empire. You know this one? It's kind of dark. The picture's kind of dark. The robots chose a dark picture. The movie tells the story of the Israelites' struggle for freedom. It is based on the book of Exodus and follows the parting of the Red Sea. Well, I think that's part of the story, kind of, Stuart. But what was the movie called? What was the movie called? I'll give you a hint that it was 2014. 2014. The film stirred controversy for its casting of white actors in Middle Eastern roles. Yeah, well, I can see that. Well, how about Exodus, Gods and Kings? Exodus, Gods and Kings. Sound familiar at all? Well, they're going to get easier. Not yet, but they're going to get easier eventually. Number 14. All right, this is an obscure one that I didn't know about. A medieval drama based on real historical events in the 14th century France. Well, we like that history stuff here on Quick Bite History Live. It explores themes of justice, honor, and a woman's fight for truth. The story is told from multiple perspectives, showing different versions of events. Sounds interesting. Now, this movie did star Matt Damon and Adam Driver. Adam Driver's in a lot of Ridley Scott movies. And Jodie Comer. It depicts France's last official recognized trial by combat. Trial by combat. Yeah. King's got it. King has it. King has it 3 times on my board. Way to be emphatic, King. These are Ridley Scott movies, Alex. Ridley Scott movies. He's the director, famous director, Ridley Scott movies. And yes, the Doctor has it. The King has it with The Last Duel. The Last Duel, 2021. The script was co-written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. There you go. Number 13. I think everybody will get this one. A horror thriller sequel to 1991 Academy Award-winning classic. Its protagonist is a brilliant but terrifying cannibalistic serial killer. Anthony Hopkins reprises his chilling role, now living in Florence, Italy. Nice, a little refined. A disfigured former victim seeks revenge on the title character. Well, Silence of the Lamb was the original story, right? And then many years went by, and Ridley Scott helped make the sequel. A shocking dinner scene features an unthinkable act of gastronomy. Yes, it does. King has it again. King's on the board again. A shocking dinner scene, I'd say. Yes, Hannibal is indeed the correct answer. Hannibal. Jodie Foster. Anybody know the year that Hannibal was made? The first one was 1991, the Jodie Foster one. And then Hannibal was quite a bit later. Jodie Foster declined to return as Clarice. Juliana Moore played Clarice Starling. Anyway, 2001. 2001 was the year. Yeah, King had that. King had that too. All right, here we go. Next up, a grand historical epic set during the Crusades. Orlando Bloom plays a humble blacksmith who rises to become a knight. The story centers on the battle for Jerusalem in the 12th century. King, I don't know. King's not fair. Well, Stuart got it right after. Stuart, I think if you had a faster internet, you might have beat King on that one. The film's extended cut is considered vastly superior to the theatrical version. It features breathtaking siege warfare and diplomatic Richard the Lionheart. The film's director's cut is often regarded as one of Ridley Scott's best works. Well, there you go. That's something. And yes, you are correct. It is Kingdom of Heaven, 2005. Excuse me for a sec. I do apologize. As soon as I got going on the show, my allergies just start kicking in. Apologize. Anyway, yes, you are correct. Kingdom of Heaven, 2005. One of his best films. Oh, Doctor, did you win? You were first. You were correct, but not first. Now, this one was offbeat. I didn't even know about this one. Good luck. A dark fantasy tale filled with mythical creatures and dreamlike visuals. A young Tom Cruise stars as a hero trying to save his love and the world. Tim Curry plays an iconic horned villain known as Darkness. King! King, king, king. Yeah. Who are you, King? Where are you from? You're nailing these. The film was heavily edited, with multiple versions released. Unicorns play a crucial role in the film's fairy tale-like story. This one sounds weird. Tim Curry's makeup for Darkness took over 5 hours to apply. No doubt. No doubt. Tom Cruise. What a weird movie. What a weird movie. 1985. They were all partying too much, right? Yes, we are doing Ridley Scott movies, in case anybody's new. Ridley Scott directed movies is the category. And we're down to number 10. Now we've got the top 10. And so they're a lot easier. A lot easier. The pictures may not be any better, but a prequel to the legendary sci-fi horror franchise. So it stands on its own. It does. Definitely stands on its own. This is my favorite. A team of scientists sets off on a deep space mission to discover humanity's origins. The film introduces an eerie philosophical android played by Michael Fassbender. Yes. You have it correct. Oh, and Irwin's in the house. That was nearly a tie between King and Irwin. Yeah. It is part of the Alien series. However, it is called something other than just Alien. Its most shocking scene involves a self-performed alien surgery. That's right. That is a gross scene. And it's a robot, isn't it? The film was originally conceived as a direct Alien prequel, but evolved into a broader mythology. There you go. I like that movie. Prometheus. 2012. There it is. Pretty good picture by the robots, right? Not bad. All right, yeah, Aliens, Prometheus. I think it stands alone on its own, don't you? No, a prequel in the storyline, in the historical story, right? It wasn't before. It wasn't created before. Yeah, there you go. Correct. Prometheus was made late, but it told the story of earlier. Okay, we're doing the next one. Anybody remember this one? A gripping crime drama based on the real-life rise and fall of a 1970s drug kingpin. It stars Denzel Washington. Russell Crowe plays the determined cop trying to bring him down. The story is set in New York amid a backdrop of corruption and organized crime. Yes, of course, everybody's getting this one correct. Very good job. Gosh, King, I think you were first, but Stuart, you were right there. Right there. The film's title says it all. This is a gangster epic with an American twist. The real Frank Lucas, played by Denzel Washington's performance, said that the performance was very accurate. Wow. Okay. American Gangster. 2007. There it is. American Gangster. That was number 9. That means we're all the way down to number 8. This one will be pretty easy. We need an easy one. A space survival story filled with humor, ingenuity, and stunning visuals. A lone astronaut is stranded on Mars after the crew believes he's dead. Matt Damon's character uses science and sheer willpower to stay alive. I can't believe those guys left him. Why did they leave him? It seemed like they were a little premature. His signature line, "I'm going to have to science the heck out of this," became iconic. NASA loved the film, saying it was one of the most realistic depictions of space survival. Well, how many guys have they sent to Mars? Correct. Hey, Brad's in the house. Everybody's home tonight. Very good. Brad, I think you had it first. The Martian. Very good. Everybody's getting it. Of course, Dr. King, Stewart. Everybody knows this was The Martian. The potatoes grown by the protagonist in the movie were real, planted by the production team. Did they really grow them in Matt Damon's shit? I hope not. Hope they didn't share those. Anyway, I thought they were a little premature leaving Mars without him. Just kind of my thinking. All right, here we go with this number 7. Ridley Scott's debut feature film. This goes all the way back to his first feature film, showcasing his signature visual style. It tells the true story of 2 French officers who fight a series of duels over decades. I don't think I've ever seen this movie. Have you guys seen this movie? The film was set during the Napoleonic Wars. Well, then he returned to do the other movie. That's cool. With meticulous period detail. Yeah, you got it, Stuart. Very good. Stuart's on the board. Dr. Harvey Keitel and Keith Carradine star as the dueling rivals. Its influence is seen later Ridley Scott historical epics. Yeah. The film won Best Debut Film at the Cannes Film Festival. I would think so. So this was its first one, I guess, huh? Interesting. And I don't know if I said the date or not. Anybody know the date? Not giving you much time to get the date. Yeah. No, I don't think I've seen it. I have to watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch that. 1977. 1977 was the year. Close, Doctor. We'll take it. Well, I think we all know this one. One of the most beloved historical epics ever made. Russell Crowe plays a betrayed Roman general turned gladiator. The film's villain, played by Joaquin Phoenix, is one of cinema's most hated emperors. Yes. It won the Academy Award for Best Picture, reviving the historical genre, which we love here on Quick Bite History Live. Of course. Everybody's got it. We're going to give everybody credit on this one. King Stewart, Doctor. Are you not entertained? Is one of its most famous quotes. The character Maximus is fictional, but was inspired by real Roman generals. There you go. I never could figure out whether it was fictional or real. Anybody remember the year for Gladiator? What year did they make that thing? Anybody? Anybody know the year for Gladiator? I will have my vengeance. 98's close. How about right on 2000? The year 2000. That's farther back than I knew. I will have my vengeance. Yeah, I think you guys know this one too. And we're going to start with the date, 2001. A harrowing war film based on a true U.S. military mission. It depicts the disastrous 1993 Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia. Mogadishu. The film features an ensemble cast including Josh Hartnett and Ian McGregor. Wow, Ian McGregor. Motorcycle fame. Its intense, chaotic battle sequence put the audience in the soldier's shoes. Yeah, you guys got it. This is Sparta. I like that. I guess that was the last one. You guys got it. Leave No Man Behind is central to the film's emotional impact. And yes, you are correct. Black Hawk Down. 2001. Actual U.S. military personnel were consulted to ensure the authenticity of the movie. Yeah, pretty cool picture. Robots did good. That was number 5, so we've only got 4 left. Top 4 movies. And I have to be honest, I didn't even know this next one was Ridley Scott, and I guess I just never paid attention. I hate it when I don't pay attention. A groundbreaking film that became a symbol of female empowerment. 2 women set off on a road trip that turns into a crime-fueled escape. Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon, star of Rocky Horror fame, star as the titular characters. Titular. The robots like to use that word. A young Brad Pitt had his breakout role in this movie. Correct. Stewart had it first. Stewart, Dr. King, everybody knows. And I don't know why. I didn't know that was Ridley Scott. Did you guys know that was Ridley Scott? I don't know why. I just didn't pay attention. Its famous ending is one of the most iconic in film history. Yeah, it is. I guess the robots could have chose that picture to show. Thelma and Louise, as everybody knows, and Anybody know the year? Anybody know the year for this movie? The film's script won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. Yeah, it is very original. Quirky movie. Anybody know? Yeah, close, King. Very close. 1991. 1991. All right, 3 left. Top 3. Everybody's going to know all of these. We're just going to revisit them for fun. A visually stunning and philosophical sci-fi noir. Set in a dystopian 2019 Los Angeles. It explores what it means to be human. Harrison Ford stars as a detective hunting rogue androids called replicants. Correct, King. Harrison Ford stars as the detective hunting rogue androids. Oh, I guess I already said that. The film's neon-lit visuals, deep themes influenced generations of filmmakers. Yeah, they did. Everybody copied the look, right? It created a dystopian look. Love it. The rain, the acid rain in Los Angeles, right? Very cool. Tears in the Rain is one of the most famous monologues in sci-fi history. It is. That was so cool. What's that robot's name? I forget what that robot's name is. But he does that monologue that's just incredible. Anybody know the year? Who knows the year for Blade Runner? The final cut of Blade Runner is Ridley Scott's definitive version of the film, fixing studio-imposed changes. Rutger Hauer. Correct. Anyway, last 2, and these will not be surprises. A masterpiece of sci-fi horror that changed the genre forever. It follows a spaceship crew encountering a terrifying extraterrestrial threat. Sigourney Weaver's Ripley became one of cinema's greatest heroines. The film's tagline, "In space, no one can hear you scream," is legendary. That's a cool tagline, no doubt. Nobody can hear you scream. The chest burster scene remains one of the most shocking moments in movie history. I think I jumped. Pretty sure I was pretty grossed out. I think Doctor had that first. Very good. Well, did she get the cat there? Who knows the cat's name? What was the cat's name? Can't remember the cat's name. Anybody know? The year? Anything? Anybody got anything? The cast's horrified reactions to the chest burster scene were real. They were not told exactly what would happen. Well, there you go. Can you imagine acting that and having that happen? Oh my gosh. All right. Aliens. Close. You're always 1 or 2 years off, King. 1979. You're very close always. All right. The last one, which I'm surprised is the number 1 by the robots, but I just recently watched this on cable or on satellite. Ridley Scott's most recent historical epic. Joaquin Phoenix plays the famous French military leader. The film covers both his rise to power and his downfall. It features massive battle sequences with Scott's signature visual spectacle. Correct. Everybody's got it. And King's back on top. Alex has it. Dr. Stewart. Despite its historical inaccuracies, Scott openly stated, "Get a life," to critics who nitpick the details. I didn't hear about that. I don't know. It's pretty interesting the way he I think he always films kind of in that gray I don't know what you call it, film quality that he uses. It definitely was fitting with this movie, would say. If you haven't seen it, it's certainly worth seeing. I mean, it's a spectacle for sure. That first shocking scene where he starts riding his horse into the battle. That's a little shocking in itself. This is just 2 years ago, 2023. Anyway, that was kind of fun, huh? You guys do most of those. What would you say? I'd say you batted 90%, 900. Not bad at all. All right, well, I'm glad to see all you guys in the house tonight. Appreciate it. We're doing all entertainment stuff tonight. So we won't let any grass grow. We'll just fire up the next one. Here we go. You know the rules. Robots paint, you guessed. I give some clues along the way that sometimes are helpful, sometimes not so much. This is going to be the top 20 game shows of all time. So some of these go back pretty far. You know, this is a U.S. audience for the most part. Sorry, Stuart. But, you know, probably available worldwide, a lot of these. Now, I will help you out with the dates a little bit. This is 1978 when this started, and a lot of these have had restarts, and so they are still showing this game show today. This game revolves around guessing if the next card is higher or lower. Contestants bet on how a surveyed audience answered tricky questions. It has multiple revivals since its original 1978 debut. The title refers to people who gamble on cards, but in a family-friendly way. Doctor has it. Doctor has it. Doctor has the answer. You are correct. So, now, some of these might have the name of the show in the picture, but since the robots are such crappy painters, I figured be okay. That's correct. Card Sharks is the correct answer. Card Sharks. Contestants who correctly predicted all of the cards in a row were known as card-turning champions. There you go. Number 19. These will get easier, hopefully. A game show famous for its unpredicted cartoon mascot. Unpredictable cartoon mascot. I don't think I've ever seen this one, so good luck. Contestants compete for cash and prizes, but most avoid a bad spin. The phrase "big bucks, no whammies" is shouted frequently. No whammies. The show was briefly canceled in the 80s, can't imagine why, but later made a comeback. Its mischievous whammy character steals contestants' winnings. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see, who had it first? Doctor? Doctor had it first? I think so. Knight, hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the game. We are counting down the top 20 game shows of all time. Robots paint, you guys guess. Press Your Luck is indeed correct. 1983. A contestant once cracked the game's pattern and won over $100,000 before producers changed the system. Yeah, they would change the system. No whammies. Press your luck. You're correct. All right, maybe you'll know this one. Number 18. A high-stakes game of chance with no trivia or puzzles involved. Contestants pick from 26 briefcases, each hiding a different cash amount. The banker calls with offers to buy out the contestant's case. Correct. You got that one though, Knight. I think you were first on that one. You know these game shows. Howie Mandel became famous as the show's dramatic host. The final decision, take the offer or risk it all, by saying the show's title. I think I've caught bits and pieces of this over time. It says 2005 to present is the dates. Little trivia, Meghan Markle was one of the briefcase models before becoming royalty. Did you know that? Meghan Markle. How about that? Deal or no deal is, of course, correct. Deal or no deal. There you go. You recognized Howie. I see. Meghan Markle. All right, we're down to number 17. Now, this is an old-time show. 1956. 3 contestants claim to be the same person, but only one is telling the truth. I kind of remember this, too. Rerun. A celebrity panel asks questions to determine who is real. The final reveal comes with the famous line, will the real blank still stand, please stand up. It has been revived multiple times with modern hosts adding a comedic twist. The show has featured real-life figures from inventors to secret agents. Yes. Everybody's close. I don't see the absolute correct answer yet. Although you were very close, King. King's very close. Very close. The show was created by the same producers behind What's My Line, so it's not What's My Line. And I do see the name of the show up on the board. You were pretty close. There you go. Knight's got it correct, the exact correct answer. To tell the truth. To tell the truth. Now, I do remember Kitty Carlisle. Do you recognize Kitty Carlisle in there? I remember seeing this in reruns when I was a kid. I do. I think it was already in rerun. Or maybe I saw the original. I guess I'm pretty old. Never know. Okay, everybody's going to know this one. I think a tic-tac-toe game featuring celebrities in each square. Contestants win by agreeing or disagreeing with celebrity answers. The center square was often occupied by a fan favorite comic. Yeah, King kind of had the last one. Not quite. Sometimes we're picky here on Quick Bite History Live. It blended comedy with trivia, making it entertaining even for non-players. Whoopi Goldberg and Paul Lynde were some of the most famous panelists. Yes, Doctor has this one. Doctor has this one. And Stuart's close. That might have been the British version. Might have been called Celebrity Squares. But over here in Hollywood, we call it Hollywood Squares. Who knows the year that this show first started? Anybody? The celebrities were often given joke answers to read before the real ones. That's right. They always gave a joke answer first, and then they read the real one. Anybody remember the year? Or anybody know the year? Pretty old. 1966. Oh, close. Doctor's always close. Doctor's always close. All right, here we go. Next game. A fast-paced trivia game where contestants must work as a team. Contestants vote out one player at the end of each round. The host is known for their cold, cutting remarks. I might have caught a little bit of this show. I'm not sure. Anybody know this one? Correct. King. King's on the board. The eliminated player hears the phrase, "You are the weakest link. Goodbye." The British version with Anne Robinson, and you had that. You had that too. Very good. The British version with Anne Robinson became a worldwide sensation. Correct. Very good. The Weakest Link started in the year 2000. The host's insults were a major draw, but some versions later softened the tone a bit. I don't know. I think I would like the one with the full bore insults. It's a game show. All right, well, good job. You guys knew all the details on that. Weakest link. Very good. That was number 15. We're down to number 14. Now, this one I definitely remember watching. Contestants and celebrities team up to guess words based on description. I never liked that part of the game. Truth be told. The game board features a famous triangular structure. Climbing to the top means winning big money. Well, it might have started out as, is that the number now? No, let's see. It might have started out as a lesser pyramid. The robots are telling me it's a higher number pyramid now. The winner competes in a winner's circle for grand prize. The title hints at the top cash prize and the shape of the game board. Doctor, you basically got it, Doctor. The robots are telling me it's called the $100,000 pyramid. But I don't think it started as the 100,000. I think back in the day it was 10 or 20. 1973 it started. The fastest time recorded for the final round was 26 seconds. The pyramid. No, you guys didn't see that? I remember that one. No, I don't remember the next one. So maybe this is a Euro one here. Contestants answered trivia questions to earn more time for a physical challenge. The final round involves racing through a store, grabbing expensive items. The highest grocery bill wins the game. Where does that ever happen? That sounds weird. The show had a major revival in 2020, hosted by Leslie Jones. I can imagine during COVID. Correct. You guys all got it. I think maybe King had it first. Stuart, you were right there too. Dr. Knight. Yeah, I think they brought it back during COVID. Nobody could go to the grocery store. Real grocery stores were too small, so the set had to be custom built. A custom built grocery store. Yeah, autocorrect is part of the game here on Quick Find History Live. Robot speed dating. Having to listen to my poor pronunciation and having to deal with autocorrect is all part of the game. All right, you guys got that one. What did we finally say that was? Supermarket sweep. Supermarket sweep. Number 12. I think you can get this one. The picture's pretty good. A game of words, luck, and a giant spinning object. Contestants guess letters to fill in a phrase or a word puzzle. Buying a vowel can be the difference between winning and losing. Correct. Knight has it. So I think the robot should have done a picture of Vanna White, though, right? Why the wheel? Why the wheel? Who is the main host of this show? I just mentioned Vanna White was the letter turning lady, but who was the host? Anybody know? The final spin determines how much money can be won. This started all the way back in 1975. No, not Alex Trebek. Not at all. Although Alex might have done a stance on it. I don't know that for sure. But somebody did it overwhelmingly the whole show's history, which is a long time. Still going, I think. Mr. Pat Sajak. Pat Sajak. Does that sound familiar? Pat Sajak? The original version featured a shopping segment. Anyway. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. We all like that one. we all like this one too. Two families compete by guessing popular survey answers. The host asks, we surveyed 100 people before each round. The fast money round can make or break the team's winnings. Over the years, it has had famous hosts like Richard Dawson, I remember that, and Steve Harvey, of course, nowadays. Hilarious wrong answers have made the show a viral sensation. Correct. King, I think you beat Knight out just a little bit on that one. Good job. Family Feud, 1976 to present. Richard Dawson. What was the other show that Richard Dawson was famous for? Comedy sketch show about World War II. Anybody remember that? What was that show that Richard Dawson was famous for before doing this game? Anybody know? Richard Dawson was known for kissing. That's right. Richard Dawson was known for kissing the female contestants on the cheek. A practice that later ended for obvious reasons. I don't know why. I mean, it would be okay to still kiss the lady on the cheek, wouldn't it? Yes, Hogan's Heroes is correct, Dr. Eric, of course. Very good. Hogan's Heroes is correct. He used to kiss all the ladies on the cheek. Funny. Number 10. A game show inspired by ancient myths. Now, this is a little bit of a change of direction. And adventure stories. Kids competed in physical and mental challenges to collect treasures. The temple run was the final, most thrilling part of the game. Anybody know this one? If you're just waiting for the war movies, that's coming up next. So hang in there. We'll get there. Stuart. The host, Olmec, was a giant talking stone head. And yeah, I see the correct answer up there. Temple of something. Something with the temple. That's correct. I'll let you still try to correct that answer a little. Teams were named after animals like the silver snakes and the blue barracudas. Some obstacles were so difficult that only a few teams ever completed the final temple run. Monkey Temple, I like that too. Okay, well, you guys have the idea. It was called The Legends of the Hidden Temple. Legends of the Hidden Temple. I never saw it. Never saw it. Don't know what they're talking about. Whatever. Now let's stay with the kids for one more. Number 9. A kids game show known for messy physical challenges. Messy physical challenges. That's a key clue. Contestants could dare their opponents or take on and even riskier Double Dare. The famous obstacle course at the end featured giant props like human-sized nose. Correct, Doctor. Very good, Doctor. You watch it? Mark Summers hosted the original Nickelodeon version. Slime, pies, and ridiculous stunts made it a fan favorite. So that's my only connection to it, is I kind of know what slime is, right? They dump the slime on your head. Correct. Correct, King. The Double Dare. Double Dare. It started in 1986. Way back. Way back. You can see them. They're holding the cables there to dump the slime on you. Mark Summers has obsessive compulsive disorder. A little too much information, which made hosting such a messy show ironic. I guess. Okay. Yes, that sounds ironic. All right. I don't know much about those kids. And actually, I don't know much about the next one either. But the robots seem to think this was a good game show. A high-stakes trivia game where contestants face off against an expert. The expert is known as the chaser and rarely loses. Contestants must bank money by answering questions correctly. The final round is a head-to-head speed battle. So, the King knows this one. You ever played this one, the King? You been on the show? Has anybody been on a game show ever? Has anybody ever been on a TV show? Did anybody ever watch a live filming of a TV show? Lots of questions. The Beast was one of the most feared chasers in the show's history. Yeah, let me name the Beast. The original version started in the UK. There he is. Stuart's back in the house. He's just waiting for those war movies, man. But you are correct. The original version started in the UK before expanding worldwide. Yes, everybody's got it. The chase. Yes. Yeah, I think King had it first, probably. Dr. Stuart. The chase. I never saw it. I don't know. I'm not familiar. Not familiar. But the robots liked it. Number 7. I think everybody knows this one. A multiple choice trivia game with escalating prize money. Contestants have 3 lifelines to help answer tough questions. The show's dramatic pauses and music add tension. Yes, correct. King. The show's the ultimate goal, answering all 15 questions to win $1 million. Is that your final answer? Became an iconic catchphrase. I think I use that catchphrase on. Is that your final answer? King, is that your final answer? The biggest U.S. winner, a guy named John Carpenter, answered the final question without using a lifeline, except to call his dad and tell him he was about to win. Well, that was pretty cocky. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is the correct answer. That show started in 1998, and they're still filming it today. Almost every one of these. They're still filming today. Almost every one. I think Richard Dawson may have passed, but he's not allowed to kiss the contestants anymore. All right, next one. A comedic fill-in-the-blank game show with celebrity panelists. Well, most of them were like that. Contestants try to match their answers with the celebrity. The answers often led to hilarious or risque jokes. I'm going to let you guess the main host name on this too. I'm not going to give you that. It was one of the funniest game shows on TV. Yeah, you got it, Doctor. Yes. Anybody have any guesses when this started or the name of the host? It was the same host all the way through. Excuse me, I'm dealing with my allergies, so apologize. No, that's incorrect, Stuart. Doctor has it. Charles Nelson Riley was not the host, but you can see him up there in the right corner. And then actually Richard Dawson's on the panel in the bottom. But who's that host in the middle there? Anybody know? Anybody know that guy? I think you might. All right, I'll tell you. Gene Rayburn. That sound familiar at all? Gene Rayburn was the longtime host. Number 5. 5 more. Top 5. A game show where contestants guess the cost of everyday items. It features mini games like Plinko and Showcase Showdown. The big wheel spin determines who moves to the final round. All right, I'm going to make you have to guess the name of the host on this one too. The phrase, "come on down," is legendary. A contestant once guessed the exact price of the final showcase, shocking the producers. Ooh, sounds a little fishy. Sounds a little fishy. Correct. King, I get it first. Doctor, correct. And who's the host? Who's the host? I'll give you a hint. He was also in the Adam Sandler golf movie, Happy Gilmore. Hilarious scene in Happy Gilmore. Yeah. The price is wrong, bitch. But who's the host? You remember the scene though, right, Doctor? That's what he says in the scene, right? Hilarious. Bob Barker. Bob Barker. Yeah. Yeah, he trashed Happy Gilmore. That's one of the funnier scenes in a movie. It really is. All right, so adults answer elementary school level trivia questions. They get help from real 5th grade students. Many adults realize they've forgotten basic school subjects. I'll let you guess the host on this one too. Losing contestants had to admit, "I am not smarter than..." That's the key clue. Anybody remember this show? Hey, Aaron, what's up? You are correct. Bob Barker was on the last one. Anybody remember this? One contestant actually won the $1 million prize by correctly answering a 6th grade level question about U.S. history. Yeah. Oh, very close. All right. Very close. King, you're also close. You're also close. I kind of gave the clues. Are you smarter than a... We're down to what grade? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? You guys, I know you guys had it, but not exactly. All right. Number 3, we're down to the top 3. A trivia game where contestants must respond in the form of a question. That sounds hard. The board features categories and increasing dollar values. The Daily Double allows players to risk their earnings on one question. Yes, correct, Doctor. The final round requires contestants to wager and write down their answers. And although the robot's image is not the guy who was the most famous host of this show, Alex Trebek became the legendary host, known for his calm and witty demeanor. But this was the original host, and I don't remember his name. I don't remember. If anybody remembers the original host's name, let me know. A fun fact: Ken Jennings holds the longest winning streak in Jeopardy's history, with 74 consecutive victory. Mr. Ken Jennings. That's not the guy on CNN, is it? That's Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings. Not Ken Jennings. Jeopardy is, of course, correct. Started all the way back in 1964. 1964. Reginald Denny. Now there's a name from the past. Does anybody else know who Reginald Denny is? I do. Does anybody else? Isn't he the guy that got pulled out of the semi to start the LA Rams? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Number two. A mix of reality TV and strategy set in extreme outdoor conditions. Contestants form alliances but must eventually betray each other. King, you're so fast. You're so fast. I did get Reginald Denny. That was a pretty obscure reference. Throw some more of those out. The tribal council determines who gets voted off the island. Final contestant wins $1 million and the title of Sole Survivor. The phrase "the tribe has spoken" became famous for a while. People use it every day now, right? The tribe has spoken. Anyway, the show has been filmed in locations like Fiji, Samoa, and the Philippines. And you are correct, it is Survivor. Let's see, I do see King and Aaron both with the correct answer on the board. Started in the year 2000, all the way back in the year 2000. They're still doing it today. All right, here's number one with a bullet. Ooh, how many, and I want to know how many of you have seen this. A wacky talent show where performers try to impress a panel of judges. Contestants risk getting gonged if their act is terrible. The show embraced bizarre and comedic performances. It was known for its wild and unpredictable chaotic energy. Correct, or Doctor. I guess Doctor had it just barely first, but all three of you guys were right together. Dr. Stuart King. You're all correct. Some contestants were so bad they became cult favorites instead of winners. I can see that. Who remembers the host? Who's this guy? Who's the picture of? Yeah, Aaron, you got it too. King. Who knows the name of the host? Anybody? He's also a producer. He's the one who created this show and the dating game, Newlywed Game. Yeah, Chuck somebody. Chuck Norris, right? Chuck Norris. Well, it sounds like rhymes with Norris. Chuck rhymes with Norris. Chuck Barris. Yeah, he was actually a producer, and he wanted to host that his own show, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe was that as fun as Ridley Scott or not quite? Not quite as fun. I think you were about 50-50 on it. Maybe a little more. 60-70% maybe. All right. So we got one more round of top war movies. Give me a sec. I'll load it up. All right. You guys know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. And I do give a few clues along the way. We are going to do the top 20 war movies of all time. Number 20. A World War I movie designed to look like it was filmed in a single continuous shot. Two British soldiers must cross enemy territory to deliver a crucial message. The film's cinematography creates an immersive, real-time experience. The story was inspired by the director's grandfather's wartime experiences. The race against time plays out across no man's land and trenches. Yeah, everybody's getting this. Good job. King, Dr. Stewart. Yeah, so did you guys see this? It was pretty cool, huh? I liked it. I liked it because it was different. You could sense that trying to make it like it's one continuous scene, which is different, right? And that kind of came across. It was very different. And then to me, it was kind of gritty and really gave you the feeling of the trench warfare, right? Trench war, yeah, good movie, no doubt. 1917 is correct, but they didn't film it in 1917. Anybody know what year this movie was made? The entire movie was filmed to look like one long take, with the cuts all hidden. Yeah, cool. Yeah, good movie. It was made in 2019. All right, number 19. Some of these are going to be a little hard. Good luck. A visually poetic take on war, directed by Terrence Malick. Set during the Battle of Guadalcanal in World War II. It features a star-studded cast, including Sean Penn and George Clooney. Unlike traditional war films, it focused on nature, philosophy, and inner monologues. Yeah, Doctor. King missed it. But hang on to that answer, King. Hang on. It contrasts the horrors of war with the beauty of the world. Now, I don't remember it very well. I know I saw it, but I don't know. When did they film this thing? 1998. So I was a busy man in 1998. Very busy man. I just had the 2 kids. I was starting to run my architectural firm. Busy time. Don't remember a lot. Busy time. But yes, you are correct. It is the Thin Red Line. Thin Red Line. The director cut entire performances of famous actors like Adrian Brody and Bill Pullman from the final film. There were other scenes that they cut. There you go. Number 18. A deeply personal Vietnam War film based on the director's real-life experiences. The story follows a young soldier caught between 2 commanding officers. It stars Charlie Sheen, William Dafoe, and Tom Berenger. All right. There's the platoon. Its brutal depiction of war shocked audiences. The slow motion death of a key character became an iconic movie moment. Yeah, you guys all. Except King, the first time. King got it the second time. And you guys were trying to say that was Rambo, because it kind of looked like Rambo, right? But it's Charlie. Platoon is, of course, correct. Anybody know the year? Hey, Madow's in the house. Good to see you, man. We got a couple rounds still to go, Madow. The director, Oliver Stone, actually served in Vietnam and used his own experience to craft the film. There you go. And Charlie Sheen. 1986. 1986. All right. Now I will tell you, this next one's making its second appearance of the evening. A heroin war film set in Somalia, based on the real-life Battle of Mogadishu. It features a large ensemble cast, including Josh Hartnett and Ian McGregor. The film is known for its intense, relentless combat scenes. Helicopters play a crucial role in the battle's unfolding disaster. Correct, King. Correct, Doctor. Correct, Meta. And this is actually making its second appearance tonight because we did do Ridley Scott movies in the first one. So this is indeed a Ridley Scott. Real U.S. military personnel consisted in the film's production for accuracy. And Black Hawk Down is, of course, correct. 2001. There we go. All right, well, I sure appreciate everybody being here tonight. Hey, we're doing it. We're getting it done. We do have a bonus round later if you guys want to do that. So hold on to your seats. That was number 17. So next up is a cool movie. I remember seeing it. Number 16. Stevie Wonder. The true story of World War II soldier who refused to carry a weapon. A medic who saved 75 men during the Battle of Okinawa. It stars Andrew Garfield as real-life hero Desmond Doss. The film was directed by Mel Gibson. Stuart, you were close. I think you knew what it was. But King and Maddow have the correct answer. His bravery earned him the Medal of Honor despite never firing a shot. Desmond Doss was the first conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor. Wow. Interesting. So yes, Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge. This is one scene from it, obviously. The year was 2016. 2016, and it was, I think I mentioned, it was directed by Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. Yeah, Aaron, everybody's got it. Everybody knows it. Did you guys see it? What'd you think? You like it? It was number 16 on our list. Now, the next one we've had on the show in different categories. Number 15, a World War II story about British POWs forced to build a bridge. It explores themes of pride, duty, and betrayal. The film's whistling tune became world famous. I remember that part. You guys remember the whistling down the train? Correct. Correct. Stuart, the winner. Doctor, you have it as well. It starred Alec Guinness as a captured British officer. The bridge becomes a key symbol of the film's moral conflict. Now, I didn't see this, when it first came out. I'm not quite that old. Not that if anybody did see it when it first came out. But I did see it when it made it to television. It was a cool movie. Cool movie. The bridge becomes a key symbol. And the famous whistling song is called Colonel Bogey March. Colonel Bogey March. There's a little trivia fact to take away from tonight's game. The Bridge on the River Kwai, 1957. 1957. Yeah, everybody got it. Aaron's even got it. All right, next up. A World War II film centered around a Sherman tank crew. It's starring Brad Pitt as the hardened tank commander. Set during the final days of the war in Nazi Germany. It does highlight the brutal close quarters nature of tank combat. The film's climax features a desperate last stand. And yes, I see the correct answer on the board. Both King and Stewart have it. Now, I'm not sure I remember seeing this movie. I think I did, probably. I just don't remember. It's probably around the same time. No, it's more recent. I might not have seen this movie. The tank used in the movie was a real operational Tiger I tank. One of the last of its kind. Fury is the correct answer, guys. Very good. Yeah, I'm not sure I saw it. Wonder why that would be. It's number 14 on the list of all-time war movies. Seems like I would have seen it. 2014. Brad Pitt, hardened tank commander. All right. Number 13. A powerful Civil War film about the first African-American regiment in the Union Army. It stars one of our heroes, Denzel Washington, and Morgan Freeman, and Matthew Broderick. How about Matthew Broderick? The soldiers fight against racism as well as the Confederacy. The film's final battle is both heartbreaking and heroic. Correct! You guys know this one. Dr. King Stewart. Now, I have seen this, but I don't think I saw it in the movies, in the theaters. Did you guys see it in the theaters? Yeah, I don't think I saw it in the theaters. I think I probably saw it on cable afterwards, like HBO or something. Denzel Washington did win an Oscar for his performance. Another Denzel Oscar. And yes, you are correct. It is Glory. Glory, 1989. Many of the extras in the film were actual Civil War reenactors. I thought they were going to say actual Civil War participants. That would not be cool. Those are the guys collecting Social Security now. The actual Civil War participants. Anyway, okay, I digress. Number 12. I've never heard of this one, but it looks interesting. How's that? A terrifying World War II film from the perspective of a child. It is set in Nazi-occupied Belarus. Sounds interesting. The film shows the true horror of war with surreal, haunting imagery. The young actor's performance is unforgettable. It is considered one of the most disturbing war films ever made. Now, you would have thought I would have seen it if it was one of the most disturbing war films ever made, just because I was curious. It was made in 1985, if that helps anybody. They may see this. Oh, you have seen it? Have you seen this one? It's called Come and See. Come and See. Filmed in 1985. Here's a nice trivia fact. The lead actor's hair turned gray from the stress of filming. The kid? Okay, well, good. I'm glad you guys heard of it. We're gonna have to all go watch it. I'm not sure about the picture, the robot picture this one, but this was a pretty good movie. I saw this. A World War II film told from land, sea, and air. It focuses on the evacuation of British troops from France. Yeah, the whole thing is like the Brits leaving the beach in France. It's directed by Christopher Nolan with minimal dialogue. That's right, I remember that too. There's very little dialogue. It's almost all just scenery and sounds. The ticking clock in the soundtrack adds tension. Yeah, Dr. Aaron. Oh, King had it earlier, though. Sorry, King. I missed you. You got it. King had it first. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Features Tom Hardy as a heroic fighter pilot. It is, of course, Dunkirk. It was filmed in 2017. And real civilian boats were used to reenact the rescue effort. There you go. Rhombus! I've been missing you. We got 10 more in this category, Rhombus, and then we do have a bonus round if you're available. Next up, number 10, a war film set in Japan during the 19th century. It explores the end of the samurai era and the rise of modern warfare. Tom Cruise plays an American soldier who joins the samurai. Yeah. Yeah, you guys both got it. King and Stewart. Correct. The battle scenes are breathtaking and beautifully choreographed. The film's title reflects the last stand of a fading way of life. Yeah, Tom Cruise. The Last Samurai. 2003. The character Katsumoto is inspired by a real-life samurai, Seigo Takamori. Anybody heard of him? Seigo Takamori. He's the real samurai. But there's Tom, the last samurai. Was Tom the last samurai, or was it somebody else? I did see this. I remember seeing it. It was pretty good. 2003. 2003. Yes, he is one of the last Scientologists. He's still with the group, I think, right? He's still a Scientologist, I believe. All right, next up, number 9. A Vietnam War film depicting the first major battle involving U.S. troops. It stars somebody as Colonel Hal Moore, a real-life commander. It highlights both American and Vietnamese perspectives on the war. It features an emotional subplot about soldiers' families back home. The film's brutal realism shows the chaos of modern combat. Yeah, Mel Gibson, correct, and King has the correct movie. The real Hal Moore was deeply moved by how accurately the film portrayed his soldiers. Huh, that's cool. So yeah, Mel Gibson. There he is. That's Mel. That's the robot's Mel anyway. Looks like Mel. We Were Soldiers, the year 2002. And that was number 9. So here we go. Now, I have not heard of the next one. It's got an interesting. This is a Stanley Kubrick war film that critiques military corruption. Set during World War I and starring Kirk Douglas. Now, not Michael Douglas, Kirk Douglas. It explores how soldiers are used as pawns in the war. Yeah, no kidding. It features a controversial courtroom scene with dramatic speeches. I definitely never saw this, but I think I need to check it out. It ends on a haunting and unexpected note. Now, does anybody know this one? Kirk Douglas. The film was banned in France for nearly 20 years due to its critique of military leadership. There you go. There's some European fascism starting out. Stuart, you have the correct answer. Paths of Glory. Paths of Glory. 1957. 1957. And I told you, the film was banned in France for nearly 20 years due to its critique of military leadership. There you go. We're going to have to see that one, huh? I guess Stuart saw it. Brilliant. Well, I'm going to have to see it. Number 7. A Vietnam War film that focuses more on its aftermath than the combat. It stars Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, and Meryl Streep. It features an intense Russian roulette scene that became legendary. Yes, you guys know. Who got it first? King got it first. Duggar, Stewart. It explores the psychological scars left on the soldiers. The wedding and hunting scenes contrast with the horror of war. Yeah, it's kind of a weird movie. The way it jumps around. It won an Academy Award, didn't it? I think so. Christopher Walken and Robert De Niro actually slapped each other in one scene to heighten the realism. I bet they enjoyed slapping each other. Yeah, Christopher Walken. More cowbell. More cowbell, damn it. Don't fear the Reaper. The Deer Hunter. 1978. There you go. We're down to the top 6. One of the most realistic World War II films ever made. Directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Hanks. The opening D-Day sequence is one of cinema's most intense moments. Now, I do remember that part. Great, that's an amazing scene. Amazing scene. A squad of soldiers is sent behind enemy lines to rescue one man. Correct. Stuart, you had it first. Stuart had it first. King Dr. Mandow. A squad of... I said that. The film's emotional ending asks, have I been a good man? And yes, you have it correct. I guess that's Tom Hanks there in that picture. I don't really recognize him, but that's him. Saving Private Ryan, 1998. Wow, didn't realize it was that long ago. Time flies when you're having fun. Many World War II veterans said the D-Day scene was the most accurate depiction of combat they have ever seen. All right, well, so I give good clues, Stuart. You got it pretty fast. So I must give really good clues. All right, well, this is pretty fun. Tom Sizemore, yeah. Number 5. A war epic set in medieval Scotland. It stars Mel Gibson. I think you'll get it from this clue, Stuart. It stars Mel Gibson as William Wallace. a real life rebel leader, famous for its battle cries and inspiring speeches. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Yeah, Mel's a favorite of the robots tonight. Mel's all over the place. Yes, of course, Braveheart. King, you might probably had it first. Stuart had it right there, though. You were right there, Stuart. Can't be that slow. The film's battle scenes were filmed with real-life Scottish Army reservists as extras. Little known fact. Anybody know the year for Braveheart? And what year was it? Been a while now. They'll never take our freedom. Never. Braveheart's correct. Anybody have a guess at the year? Yeah. Stuart. King, you were close. 1995. 1995. All right, this is a cool movie. I remember this one. I've seen this one a couple times because I liked it so much. A Vietnam War film known for its split structure storytelling. The first half follows brutal Marine Corps training. The drill instructor's insults became legendary. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, you watch it just to know what boot camp's like. Learn what boot camp's like. The second half dives into the chaos of war. Yes. King, I guess you got it first. Rhombus. There's Rhombus on the board. Rhombus has a new avatar. I think. Is that new? This is my rifle. This is my gun is one of the most memorable lines. The actor playing the drill instructor, R. Lee Ermey, was a real-life Marine. No shit. And has improvised many of his insults. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, go back and see it. Animal Mother. Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket, 1987. Wow, way back. All right. And probably my number one favorite film. A surreal and psychological war film set in Vietnam. Loosely based on the novel Heart of Darkness. Features Marlon Brando as a rogue colonel deep in the jungle. Yes, of course. What is it? What's your favorite scene in that movie? I mean, this is one of my favorites. There's so many good scenes in the movie. Oh, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. The film took years to make and nearly drove the director insane. There you go. I can see that. The filming was so chaotic that it became the subject of its own documentary. Anyway, yeah, the scene where they're trying to escape from the live USO show with all the Playboy playmates in the middle of the river, Mekong River, and they're trying to take off, and all the soldiers are grabbing onto the helicopter, dropping from a couple hundred feet in the air into the river. Pretty funny. Yeah. Intense movie. Anyway, number 2. And this is called a war movie now. So this is a little surprising, but it is a war movie. A sweeping historical epic about World War I. It tells the true story of a British officer who helped lead the Arab revolt. We did this in black and white tonight so that the blue eyes wouldn't bore a hole through us. The vast desert landscape are some of the most stunning in film history. Correct. You have it. I like the first guess, though. Just based on the first clue, that was good, Stuart. All Quiet on the Western Front. That was a good guess. I think everybody's got it now. Who's the actor? Anybody? Who knows the actor? The film is nearly 4 hours long, but remains. I've watched this a few times, and it is in color. I don't know. I think we did do the black and white, so the blue eyes didn't give it away. The film is nearly 4 hours long, but remains one of cinema's greatest achievements. The real T.E. Lawrence was much shorter than Peter O'Toole. There you go. I gave it away. Yeah, Peter O'Toole. And the director is David Lean, according to story. There you go. Lawrence of Arabia, 1962. And the robot's number 1 pick, I'm a little skeptical of, but it was a good movie. A devastating story about the Holocaust. Steven Spielberg directed the black and white masterpiece. It follows a businessman who saved over 1,000 Jewish lives. Correct. King. The red coat scene is one of the most powerful moments in film history, depicted here. Not a traditional war movie, but a necessary and unforgettable one. The robots are qualifying their pick. Thank you, robots. I know. Oh, come on. Who knows the year that they made Schindler's List? Schindler's List. Who knows the year? Spielberg refused to accept payment for directing the film, saying it was too personal. I bet he got some money on the back end. Don't you? I bet he did. Pretty close, King. Not too far off. It was 1993. 1993. Well, as often is the case, the robots tend to disappoint on their number 1 pick. Happens too often. Anyway, that's pretty cool. You guys got more. You were 90% in that category. 90%. Maybe 95%. Anyway, okay, so that concludes our regular programming this evening. Yeah, Liam Neeson. Yeah. Yeah, bonus time, baby. It is bonus time. I assume we're going to do a bonus round tonight. Are you guys in? Are you guys in for the bonus round? We're going to do the 20 most tragic Hollywood actresses countdown. So these are actresses from Hollywood from all eras. We're going to go way back, who had tragedies befell them. One of most people's favorite categories. Okay, I guess I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess we're going to have to do it. Hollywood's tragic actresses. All right. Let's not let any grass grow underneath our feet. right, you know the rules. Robots paint. You guys guess. I give a few clues along the way. Now, these first few are going to be a little hard because, again, we're counting down the 20. So there's some obscurity here. But good luck. This gal was nominated for an Academy Award early in her career. She starred in films during the 1940s before a life-altering incident. Her personal tragedy involved a hunting accident. Paralyzed. Why do I? That's not cool. Paralyzed from the waist down, her career dramatically declined. And she passed away at just 31 years old due to health complications. Anyone remember this story? Who this is? I can give you her year. She was born in 1921 and she passed in 1952. And her personal tragedy involved a hunting accident. She was paralyzed in her hunting accident. Ugh. Anybody know? Any guesses? Grace Jones is incorrect. Doesn't look like Grace Jones. I don't think. This gal's name was Susan Peters. Susan Peters. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History. Okay, there's a few hard ones in the beginning here. Good luck. This gal's known for her roles in comedic classics of the 1930s. Oh, she was a comedian. Was rumored to be married to Charlie Chaplin. Of course, most of the actresses were married to Charlie Chaplin at one time. Controversy surrounded her relationships with powerful men. She struggled with criticism for her lack of children. Her glamorous image faded in later years due to Hollywood's changing tastes. So anyway, this gal's kind of famous for her tragedy of being broke and mistreated and dying alone in a Hollywood apartment. An example of what Hollywood does with their old stars. Anybody know? She was a hottie. 1910 to 19. She lived all the way till 1990. She lived 80 years. But they didn't take care of her very good. This is Paulette Goddard. Paulette Goddard. Goddard was considered for the role of Scarlett O'Hara, but she didn't get it. I told you they were hard. Now you should be able to get this one. Good luck. Just by the look. A glamorous sweater girl of the 1940s. Known for her roles in classic film noir. Let's say it. Noir. Her private life was often the subject of media scandal. Her abusive boyfriend was killed by her daughter in self-defense. Now, you remember this story? I've told you this story a couple times. You guys don't remember nothing. Her abusive boyfriend was killed by her daughter in self-defense. There was a big trial. The 1958 Stompanato. Remember this? Johnny Stompanato. Johnny Stompanato. Not Marilyn. Sorry. No. I've seen that. I've seen you put Marilyn up there, but I just wasn't even responding to that. You guys should know this one. No? Sweater Girl. Despite this is Lana Turner. Lana Turner. There you go. Now you know. Next time. All right, this is an interesting one. A muse of artist Andy Warhol during the 1960s. She symbolized the counterculture and fashion era. She was a hippie. Her life was marked by drug addiction and mental health struggles. Well, she dated Andy Warhol. Starred in avant-garde films, but never broke into mainstream Hollywood. She died tragically of an overdose at just 28 years old. Now this is, or was, Andy Warhol's muse, main girl, main squeeze. Gutenberg, no. Anna, no. Oh, there's Stewart! Very good. Edie Sedgwick is correct. Edie Sedgwick, 1943 to 1971. Sedgwick is often credited with influencing modern bohemian fashion styles. Edie Sedgwick. Good job, Stuart. Bada boom, bada bang. Okay, let's go back in time a little further, since you're so good at this. A silent film star during Hollywood's early years. Sorry, is that kind of passive-aggressive a little bit? Sorry. Her career faltered with advent of talkies. She battled severe alcoholism and financial struggles. And she passed away alone and impoverished at only 39 years old. Her tragic death became a cautionary tale of Hollywood's treatment of aging stars. Oh, again, but she was only 39, so I don't know about that. She was French, I believe. A French lady, or French Canadian lady. Anybody know? I guess the clues weren't good enough on this one. She inspired Kenneth Unger's infamous book Hollywood Babylon, which highlighted tragic tales of fallen celebrities. There you go. She inspired the first Hollywood Babylon, not the movie Babylon most recently. This was Marie Prevost. Marie Prevost. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Now this is a more well-known name. Let's see if you can do this one. The original It Girl of the silent film era, her Brooklyn accent made her transition to talkies difficult. She was plagued by scandals involving her personal relationships. She sounds like a party girl. She suffered from mental health challenges later in life, like most actresses. Maybe. Retreated from public life after a series of breakdowns. Born in 1905, after 1965, the original It Girl of the silent film era. I don't see the right answer up there. The original It Girl. Google that, It Girl. Quick. Mary Pickford. Yeah, not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. Incorrect. Not a bad guess. Not a bad guess. You're gonna kick yourself because I've taught you this one before. She's been in a couple different games. This is Clara Bow. Clara Bow. That sound familiar? Clara Bow. Bow's electrifying screen presence is credited with popularizing the term It Girl. There you go. All right, you might get this one. Let's see. My confidence is waning. The first African American to win an Academy Award. You could probably Google that. Best known for her role as Mammy in Gone with the Wind. She faced immense racism and segregation during her career. She was barred from attending the movie's Atlanta premiere due to the Jim Crow laws at the time. Yeah. You're on the right track, King. You're on the right track. She died before seeing the civil rights movement gain full momentum. Born in 1893, passed in 1952, and she was the first to win an Academy Award. Her Oscar was lost over time, but remains a symbol of breaking barriers in Hollywood. She lost her Oscar. Well, that's not cool. And yes, you are correct. Patty something. Patty McDaniel. That sound familiar? Patty McDaniel. I guess losing the Oscar was the tragedy. Which, it's not good. All right, next up. Rose to stardom in the 1940s with her striking beauty. Known for her roles in classic films like Forever Amber. I never heard of that. Faced personal and professional struggles later in her career. They all had tragedies. She tragically died in a house fire while saving her friend's child. Oh my goodness. That is a tragedy. She was planning a Hollywood comeback at the time of her death. Oh no. And I know that she dated a bunch of the Hollywood guys. We've done stories about her before too. Maybe you'll remember. Let's see. That's all the clues you're getting. I'm sorry, my sinuses are on fire tonight. This is Miss Linda Darnell. That sound familiar? Linda Darnell. Darnell's tragic end cemented her legacy as one of Hollywood's unforgettable stars. Sounds like a tragic death. Oh, King had it. Sorry, King. All right. Next up. I think they get easier eventually. Like way down at the end, they get easier. A promising actress of the 1950s with striking looks. They all are kind of hot. Her career unraveled due to addiction and personal scandals. Sounds familiar. She was married, divorced multiple times, causing public scrutiny. Yeah. She died penniless and homeless at just 39. Another one of these stories. She became a symbol of Hollywood's disregard for its fallen stars. Again, same old story. I think it's hard to get it. You have to get it by her looks. Marilyn Monroe is not correct, but hang on to that Marilyn Monroe answer because eventually, I think tragic Hollywood actresses we get there eventually. This is a gal named Barbara Payton. Barbara Payton, 1927 to 1967. 1927 to 1967. Payton penned a memoir detailing her tumultuous life, offering a rare glimpse into the underbelly of Hollywood. I bet that was a good one. Maybe we're going to have to check that book out. Memoir of Barbara Payton. Right now, this next name is more familiar, but I doubt you're going to get it anyway. A talented actress known for her fiery personality. Her mental health struggles led to controversial institutionalization. Now, I'm kind of thinking they should bring back the great mental institutions. You know, the old Gothic giant buildings, shock therapy and everything. I think they need that again. Her career and personal life became a cautionary tale of Hollywood's exploitation. She later resurfaced briefly, but never reclaimed her earlier fame. She was subjected to alleged forced treatments, including lobotomy. Lobotomy rumors. Not Joan Crawford. Not Joan Crawford. This was Miss Frances Farmer. Does that sound familiar? Do you guys know? Frances Farmer. She was in some movies. Definitely. Farmer's life inspired a biographical film called Frances. Anybody see the movie Frances? Starring Jessica Lange? That was about her. Anyway, okay. We're moving on. You're not going to get any of these. But, maybe next time. I can bring this one back like 10 times. You guys are going to remember them. I'll just keep bringing it back. The Mexican Spitfire, her vibrant screen presence. She starred in both Mexican and American films in her career. She's known for her passionate and tumultuous personal life. She allegedly died by suicide, though myths surround the true circumstances. Her death is often sensationalized, overshadowing her achievements. The Mexican Spitfire. Who knows who the Mexican Spitfire is? Kind of looks like Katharine Hepburn now. But this is the Mexican Spitfire. This is not Katharine Hepburn. Anybody know? Anybody know who was called the Mexican Spitfire? She starred in both silent films and in talkies. 1908 to 1944. She was the first American actress to find crossover success in Hollywood. First one? Lupe Velez. Lupe Velez, the Mexican, king. Coming in at the end there. You got it. All right. Number 9. This name's a little more well-known. Let's see if you get it. A comedic actress in the 1930s known for her charm and wit. She starred alongside major names in films like Horse Feathers and Monkey Business. So she starred with the Marx Brothers. She owned a successful cafe frequented by Hollywood's elites. That's interesting. She was found dead in her car under mysterious circumstances. Rumors of foul play have surrounded her death ever since. So her story is kind of like tangled up with the recent movie called Babylon, right? With, I forget who's in it. But there was a recent movie called Babylon. And this gal's story was kind of tied up with that. Anybody remember her name? It's so difficult. I know. You have to be an old-time Hollywood aficionado to do well in this one. Thelma Todd. Thelma Todd. That's unfamiliar at all? Todd's Cafe still stands in Hollywood today. There you go. All right, they get a little easier, but not this next one. Now, this is interesting, though. She is known as the Hollywood Sign Girl. She starred in Broadway productions before attempting a Hollywood career. She jumped to her death from the iconic Hollywood sign. I shouldn't laugh. Shouldn't laugh. Became a symbol of unfulfilled dreams in the entertainment industry. Her tragic story inspired films and documentaries about Hollywood's dark side. She received a fun fact. She received a movie role offer shortly after her death, bringing a heartbreaking twist to her story. King has it. Good job, King. You knew that, Hollywood Sign Girl. Peg Entwistle. Peg Entwistle. I think she should have changed her last name. What do you guys think? Maybe. She's the one who jumped off the Hollywood sign. True story, Stuart. True story. Well, we only do true stories here on. We usually do true stories here on Quick Bite History Live. All right, now this actress is more famous. Let's see if you get it. Crowned Hollywood's Queen of Screwball Comedy. Married to Clark Gable. She volunteered extensively for war bond tours during World War II. She tragically died in a plane crash on a return trip from a Bond rally. Her death shocked the nation and ended her storied career. All right. She's a blonde bombshell. There she is. She was a comedic actress, and she was married to Clark Gable. Yeah, King. Very good. Maybe they'll start getting easier. Maybe not. You are correct. It is Miss Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard, born in 1908, passed in 1942. Lombard's patriotism and charity work left an enduring legacy beyond her films. There you go. Carole Lombard. yeah, King's hitting on all cylinders here. All right, I think you've heard of this gal. She's the first African-American actress nominated for a Best Actress Oscar. She starred in films like Carmen Jones, and she broke racial barriers. She faced racism and limited opportunities despite her talent. She endured financial troubles and multiple personal tragedies. And she died tragically at 42 from an overdose. Too many. Likely, though, accidental. She was definitely a singer. She was like a jazz singer. She sang in clubs and stuff. And she's kind of like Lena Horne, but not Lena Horne. I think she was just before Lena Horne. Yeah, King again. King! King is king. Billie Holiday's a good guess. Billie Holiday's a good guess. But it is Miss Dorothy Dandridge. You are correct, King. 1922 to 1965. Carmen Jones, nominated for Best Actress. Yeah. We're down to the top 5 tragedies. You should remember I'm just from the tragedy. She is known for her iconic peekaboo hairstyle. I'm not sure I know what a peekaboo hairstyle is. She rose to fame during the 1940s in film noir classics. Noir. Am I saying it right now? I don't think I still am. Faced struggles with alcoholism and financial ruin. She spent her later years working as a waitress. She died in relative obscurity, far from her Hollywood heyday. Despite her struggles, her hairstyle remains a symbol of glamour today. Let's see, does anybody have it? No, nobody has it. That hairstyle, though, there you go, King. Again. Well, since we play as a team around here, King, you're carrying these guys. You're carrying them. I guess this was a tough game. Maybe this is the educational category tonight. It's the one where we learn. So the next time I do this, we get 2 answers correct. Number 4. Known as the Blonde Bombshell, another one of the 1930s. She starred in iconic films like Dinner at 8 and Hell's Angels. She died suddenly of kidney failure at just 26 years old. That is a tragedy. Her death sent shockwaves through Hollywood at the time. She remains one of the most enduring icons of the Golden Age, and she died at only the age of 26. This was a talented lady. Anybody know? Blonde bombshell of the 1930s. Passed at only the age of 26. Kidney failure. Her mother famously refused medical care for religious reasons, potentially contributing to her untimely death. King, you got it again. King carrying the team. Nice job. So, King's proving that it's possible to know these. It's not impossible. It's unlikely, but it's not impossible. Okay, top 3. You guys know all 3 of these. You know all 3 of them. Here we go. Known as the love goddess for her sensual screen presence, starting classics like Gilda and CoverGirl. She endured a string of tumultuous marriages and personal hardships. She later struggled with Alzheimer's. There's the tragedy. A diagnosis not well understood at the time. She became a symbol of aging stars forgotten by Hollywood, like many of them. Now, who is this? She's known as the love goddess. She starred in Gilda and CoverGirl. She started as a dancer, I can tell you that. She had a different name when she started. King's got it, of course. Ava Gardner's a good guest, Doctor. I love Ava Gardner. Oh my gosh. Ava Gardner's like the bomb. We're going to do an all Ava Gardner show. Ava Gardner doing this, Ava Gardner doing that. Rita Hayworth is correct, of course. Rita Hayworth's diagnosis helped raise awareness for Alzheimer's research. There you go. Rita Hayworth. We got 2 left. Told you you'd know that one. And you know this one. The unforgettable Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Now, who's that? She endured exploitation from MGM, including forced diets and amphetamines. She struggled with lifelong addiction and financial instability. She faced multiple failed marriages and custody battle. Correct. All right, everybody's getting this one. Very good. Very good. I still love Ava Gardner. She died at 47 from an overdose. Likely it was an accidental overdose, but overdose nonetheless. Judy Garland's rendition of Over the Rainbow remains one of the most iconic moments in film history. Born in 1922 and passed in 1969. So it really wasn't that long ago that she passed. There you go. Yeah. Oh, King's already got the right answer for the next one. So we'll just skip it. Yeah, Rhombus got that one. Very good. I know these were hard. These were hard. A little obscure. But if there were any, like, who was that gal that used to play the game with us? What was her name? Nan or something? She's been on here. She knew all the Hollywood stuff. She would have known all these. Where was she? Team needed her. Although King's carrying us. Anyway, yeah, Marilyn struggled with mental health issues and addiction. Her high-profile relationships added to the intrigue surrounding her life. Died mysteriously, yeah. Still, conspiracy theories surround her death. Monroe's image has become a global cultural icon, transcending her Hollywood career. I know I've done a bunch of videos. When I first started the channel, I did a bunch of Marilyn Monroe videos that did very well. And then all of a sudden, YouTube decided no more Marilyn Monroe videos. They basically won't show 'em. So there you go. Marilyn Monroe, passed in 1962. All right. Sorry that last one was so hard, Uh, Norma Jean Baker is correct. Who else? Who else has a fact about Marilyn Monroe? A little known fact, perhaps. She dated both JFK and RFK, right? That's kind of weird. Oh, and she actually dated Frank Sinatra too. Did you know that? That might have involved the mob thing, right? Got her in trouble with the mob. Anyway, yeah, sorry that was so hard. Yeah, she dated the Kennedy brothers. Correct. Correct, you are. Anyway, who's got some clever ideas for future shows? Anybody got any lists they want to do? Um, I can I can generate lots of ideas, but you might not like them like this one. You like your ideas better. Who's got an idea for a future show? Anybody? No? Yeah, King didn't think that was hard. King thought that was just right. Just right. Not baby bear, not Papa Bear, it's Mama Bear. Just right. Best horror movies. Very good. I like that. We kind of did something a little bit like horror movies when we did the Halloween special, right? We had a if you haven't seen it, King, you can probably go back and find my Halloween special. But we can redo that and probably bring in some new ones. When we redo a category, we usually bring in quite a few new ones, and maybe we have some that were the same, but the clues are always different, and the robot's picture is generally different. So we can do best horror movies. That sounds good. What else? Joe DiMaggio and yes, Arthur Miller. Arthur Miller was the other husband. Hugh Hefner is buried on yeah, yeah, there is some weird thing about Hugh Hefner and Marilyn Monroe's grave, right? It's kind of weird. That is weird. Sci-fi movies, we did sci-fi movies, but maybe there's a different angle. We could do like space movies or something like that. Space movies. We did haunted places, right? We did that. Let's see what else we got here. 80s cartoons. Yeah, we can do lots of 80s things, right? 80s is always popular. Best pizza toppings. Well, so so you just have to imagine the robots drawing your best pizza topping. Sounds like a stretch. We did do fast food, right? We did fast food. So that's kinda the same. So I guess we could do it. Best desserts. Uh, Favorite desserts. Joe Biden's favorite ice cream flavors. 80s cartoons. Okay. Well, that sounds like a good one. And I like the idea of maybe space movies. Space movies, maybe. What else? What else? Anybody got any other ideas? Horror movies we got. Um, we did the film noir. No, noir. Film noir. We could do movies about like so my favorite categories are like spy movies, maybe spy movies. That might be cool, right? Like kind of like CIA stuff, but just spy stuff in general. Which I guess some James Bond ones would be in there, right? So spies might be good. What else? Mel Gibson. Yeah, well, there's plenty of Mel Gibson movies, right? Definitely. There's probably quite a few famous directors or writers or stars that we could do. So that would be good. Yeah. Best directors would be awesome. I think we did best directors but it's been maybe way back the very beginning of the show, almost a year ago. I think we did a best directors, but it's certainly time to do it again. Certainly time to do it. Yeah, Spice sound good. Kitty's hair supreme flavor. There you go, Stuart. Correct. That is his favorite. All right, man. I think we've beat this horse hard enough. And I'm glad you enjoyed most of the rounds besides the bonus round. And King, glad you were here. You definitely carried the squad on that last one. Rhombus, sorry you didn't make it earlier. You can go back. You can rewatch it. Or you could just join next time. So I don't know about Wednesday. Maybe. You guys are gonna have to hang loose. If I can put something together for Wednesday, I will. I always will. Maybe we'll do it. Let's say 60-40. And we'll definitely do Sunday, of course. So I'll let you know about Wednesday for sure. At least a day ahead of time, I'll let you know. So that's not too long from now. See, when it's Sunday now, Wednesday comes along fast. Anyway, all right. Take it easy, guys. I'm gonna bail out. Where's my intro? I gotta get out of here.